Howdy champs, my name is Mohit and people. Today I'm going to show you how to manipulate the attributes with the help of JQuery. In fact, let me straight away, as always, start off with the browser preview. Okay, now this is the way we start. So we have two fruity images, one on the left, one on the right, and we have a button, actually a button tag. It says click me to swap the images. Okay, so let's see what happens once I click the button. As expected, the images have been swapped simply because through jQuery I have swapped their src attribute as well as their alt attribute, and we'll look at the code in a while. Okay, now also see that the text of the button has actually changed. Now it says images swapped, title added to the button actually. See, as I hover over the button, it says remove. Click again to remove the images, and once I click again, you see both the images have disappeared and the button displays a different text. This time says images added src, as src has been removed. So we have removed the src attributes, so we can add we can add the attributes, we can remove the attributes, we can manipulate the attributes all through jQuery. It's all very simple. So I'm going to remove a chunk of code that I'm going to add again, so you will get a much better idea how this was actually done. So let's start. Let's get back to Dreamweaver CS6. Whatever code has been highlighted is the code that I'm going to remove, only to add it once again, but line by line, so things will become a lot easier. Okay, first of all, notice that I'm actually using HTML5 doc type. Okay, the title says manipulating attributes or manipulating HTML attributes, whatever. Now in line number 6 we have opening and closing script tags tying up to the latest jQuery version. Okay, I've renamed the jQuery file as jQuery.js or whatever you would like to rename it as, but this sounds fine to me. Okay, then we have some inline scripting out here. So type JavaScript, text JavaScript. So we have the document ready handler and the button click handler out here. So once the DOM has initialized, the document is actually ready. All the elements are accessible is when the the document is ready, and once it's ready, and once the button is clicked. So where's the button? So for that we'll need to check the body of the document. The body of the document is not too much, people. Okay, so we have one image tag out here. You don't need to close it, self-closing. Okay, which has an src or it's pointing to this image. The alternate text has been set to melon. Width, although it's a bigger image, through the width and the height attributes, I'm actually crunching it, compressing it in size, and I've also given it a class of pick1 since it's the first in the order, appears first simply. Okay, then we have another image tag pointing to oranges.jpg. Now both these images are actually inside the local site folder. This is the local site, people. So you have the latest jQuery version. This is the HTML document that we are going to work on. These are the three images, although they are bigger images, 970, 727. Okay, through the width and the height attributes, I've actually shrunk them in size. Okay, then we have a BR tag to insert a line break, and then we have a button tag. I've used inline styling to add some padding to the button, so it does not actually touch the edges of the button, does not actually touch the text. Okay, now this is not compulsory. Click me to swap the images, some content for the button, the label for the button. Click me to swap the images. So that's all that we have. Okay, so what should happen when somebody should click the button? I'm gonna bring in some jQuery code line by line, and I'm going to talk you through. Okay, so this keeps things a little snappy. Also allows me to focus more on the code rather than write on the code. I've usually seen when people write the code, they focus on what they're actually writing and they cannot explain. So this makes it a little snappy and makes me focus more. Okay, so when the image with the class pick1, so image.pick1, that is what it actually means. Image with the class pick1. When the button is clicked, do what? Do this. For the image with the class pick1, attribute src, basically this is gonna, once you supply the attribute inside first round brackets then curly braces, you are actually telling that you would want the src to change for the image. So change the src to oranges, all to oranges from the original values which are melon and melon. So from melon melon src alt, change it to oranges oranges src alt. So that's a swap of the alternate text. Let me get in the next line of code. As I said, just copying and pasting makes things a little snappy, allows me to focus on the code. Okay. Now when somebody clicks on the image with the class pic2, change the attributes src and alternate alt to melon and melon. This time, so again a swap. Originally they were oranges and oranges. Okay. Oranges and oranges. You don't actually need the name attribute. There's no need for this to be there. Okay, so again, so this is this is the swap process, people. If I were to save the document out here, bring the browser, let's refresh, and if I were to click me to swap the images, you see the images get swapped, nothing more happens. Okay, but I would also want another attribute to be added this time, not swapped, which goes like this. Let me show that to you. The button. Now, since the title attribute is not at all present, let me show that to you. This is the button. There's no title attribute. There's no title attribute out here. So once you use attribute this way, the title is gonna get added, and the title that's gonna get added is called remove. So let's save. Let's bring the browser up. Let's refresh and let's see whether the title has been added after I click the button. So if I hover, you can see the title appear as a tooltip. So yes, it's been added. Cool. Okay. So let's see the next declaration or the next statement. Let's see how this goes and what it actually does. Okay. At the same time, since the attribute title has been added, images have been swapped, I would want the text of the button to change. This is the way through the text keyword, people. Through the text command, I'm able to change the textual content of the button. Images swap, title added, click again to remove the images. So I'm actually telling that you can actually click again to remove the images. Okay. So let's get the other function in this time. It goes like this. Give me a second. Okay, so this is the other function, and this is gonna fire when the button has actually acquired the title attribute. So on a click, what should happen? Let's see that. So end of button with title is equal to remove on click function. So when you click the button, which has now acquired the title attribute, you can even say title is equal to remove. So it's one and the same thing, right? Because the title that's been added is remove, so this is fine. Okay, so I'm going to show you an example of chaining, how chaining actually works. Let me get in some more the next JQuery declaration, which goes like this. So once the button, which has now acquired the title removed, is clicked, image with the class pic1, that's the first image, remove the attribute src and also remove the attribute alt. Example of chaining, people. This is how chaining actually works. Remove this as well as this. This dot actually allows you to chain like so. Okay, so let's see that in action. Let's save. Let's bring the browser up. Let's refresh first. Let's reload. Click to swap the images. See the title remove has been added. Click again, and you see at least one of the images has been removed, because we need to complete the code in a manner that I'm about to show you. Okay, so let's get in the next line, next jQuery statement or declaration like this. Image 2 remove for image 2 as well. or the class, image with the class pic2, which is the second image. Remove attribute src, as well as through chaining, remove attribute alt. This will remove the second image as well. Let me show that to you. Refresh, swap. Both the images have been removed. I would also want to manipulate the title. Images swap, title added, click to remove the image. I would want to change this too. So how do I do that? Very simple, people. Again, use the text keyword, like I'm about to show you. Okay, goes like this. So button, change the textual content. Change it to from images swap, title added, click to add, click again to remove the images, change it to images removed, SRC, since SRC removed. Actually, this is what it means. Since the SRC has been removed, the images have been removed too. Okay, so let's see the final product. Refresh, reload, click to swap, see the title has been added, removed, click again. So both the images have been removed, as well as the button label has been manipulated. So today what we have learned how to change the attribute, add the attributes. See, we changed the attributes out here, we added the attribute out here. We also learned how to use the text command, okay, the text function using the text keyword. We also learned how to remove the attributes. We learned how to chain different statements like so. Okay, so people, I hope you found this information useful. You have a good day. Bye bye. Peace. Do thumb the video up if you think it deserved a thumbs up. Do comment. Do subscribe if you already haven't. Don't be late. Better late than never. You have a good day. Peace.